these two boxes from Gizmon, a Japanese company, a lens adapter and an ultra-wide lens that's made for Canon G7X Mark III. Look at that lens. This thing is beautiful. You can see it looks much wider. That's pretty cool. This thing is high quality. I like the build. I'm gonna give this one away. I'm not gonna keep it around my house. I want to let one of you, my subscribers, take it for free. Look at this, pretty cool. A memory from Santa Barbara, that was like 2 weeks ago. Handlebar Coffee Roasters, I love that place. I have something for you, I wanna show you. Hold on, check this out. It arrived today, a package from Japan. And we're in the studio. I haven't been here in a while, so it's good to be back home. And a little bit of unboxing. I love coffee. This is a bit unnecessary, insulated cup here at home, but keeps it warm. So what arrived? These two boxes from Gizmon, a Japanese company, a lens adapter and an ultra-wide lens that's made for a G7X, Canon G7X Mark III, to get even a wider lens, so when you're out there vlogging, you get more in your shot, because currently the Canon G7X 35mm equivalent for this Canon is 24mm, which is pretty wide, but sometimes you want to go wider, and this lens adapter from Gizmon, it should take you up to 18mm wide, and that's an ultra wide lens. Stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to be giving away this lens and the lens adapter for all you Canon G7X Mark III users, so watch at the end of the video and find out how you can win this. Now let's get into the details here. Oh, that's better. Okay. So we're gonna mount this thing. I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna do some test vlogging with it, and at the end of the video I'll tell you all about the pricing and everything you need to know if you want to buy this Gizmon adapter for your Canon G7X. Also, they make it for the other cameras like the Sony ZV-1 as well. So to mount it, we have the extension tube in here, this guy here, and then we also have, that's pretty heavy, this is the ultra wide lens, and that's gonna give us the even wider angle on our compact camera, an 18mm wide angle. Let's get it on there. So no instructions in the box, but it should be pretty simple to mount this tube in theory. It does come with a little hex key here, so let's see what we can do. Okay, we have that flush around the edges of the ring on the camera. The build quality on this is very nice. You can tell they put a lot of attention into this, and of course the lens itself, which is glass. Okay, so that's snug there, and the ring of your camera can still rotate. What's your favorite coffee? What coffees do you drink during the day? I usually start off with 2 cappuccinos in the morning, and then depending on what I like in the afternoon, I'll go with the cafe macchiato, I'll go with the cold brew. Today it's another cappuccino. Okay. So in addition to that tube, in the package you also get this cool little lens hood, which is helpful if you don't want to get those glares on your lens. Some people like those solar glares. I let them stay when I'm shooting on my Canon M6 Mark II. I like the effect. And now this compact pocket camera looks like a true professional setup. Now this lens is the piece de resistance of the whole package. This thing is heavy. You can tell it's quality made. Look at that lens. This thing is beautiful. Look at that. It has, of course, the wide angle lens, and if you unscrew the wide angle lens, you get a macro lens. So if you want to shoot some macro shots when you're out and about, that's pretty cool. That's your macro lens right there. This is the ultra wide lens, and it screws on the macro, and the whole thing screws on the front of this here. The lens itself is quality and adds a whole nother dimension. It feels quite amazing. So what are we looking at here? Around the edges, you see it's threaded. So there you have a 62mm opening that you can thread on other ND filters if you want. And it also comes with this lens cap. So when you're not shooting, you cover it up and you protect the lens. So now with this, we have a similar setup to what a DSLR camera or a mirrorless camera would be. With the tube extension on there, you've given your pocket camera more stabilization, because now you can hold it with your left hand while shooting shots. You're gonna be able to stabilize your shot or your videos and get those buttery smooth movements that you want when you're out shooting. With this click, the whole thing comes off. So you still have a pretty small form factor here with just this ring right there showing from Gizmon. Coffee finished. Okay, so to put this lens back on, what you're gonna wanna do is line up these red dots. Find those red dots, line them up, and it's a quality connection. Look at that. Look at this. I want to show you. Now this thing is pretty wide. See that right there? You get a massive wide view. Now I'm gonna show you this out in real time. We're gonna go out there and test and vlog on this thing. And then afterwards, when I get back inside, I'm gonna talk about the prices and what are the pros and cons. Now let's get out there. Whoa, this is the Canon G7X Mark III with the vlogging mode on, and already you can see it looks much wider. You can see a little bit of bowing around the edges, but it's pretty cool. It gives you a super wide angle. The quality from what I can see so far, we'll have to look at it later. Damn, motorcycles are loud everywhere in Italy. We'll have to look at the quality of the footage later once we get it on the computer, once I put it into Premiere Pro. Look at the Christmas lights. When did they take the Christmas lights down around your area? I think these are gonna be up for another 10 or so days. The beauty of having an 18mm wide lens when you're out vlogging is that you don't have to really worry. You're always getting yourself in this shot. You don't have to think too much about framing. There I have myself off on the side and you get a beautiful long shot. This is the street I live on. This is Via Romana in Florence, and that's Porta Romana way up in the distance, and it runs all the way down to Ponte Vecchio. This really opens up the entire shot, a little bit more of a fisheye than I would want. Wow. What this does is turning a Canon G7X Mark III, or it could also be with the Sony ZV-1, it's turning it into a really super vlogging camera. If you're already happy with the Canon G7X, but you want more of a wider lens that's gonna give you a great vlogging shot, then this 18mm lens adapter could do it. And if you've ever been to Florence, you're gonna love this, because right over here, this is one of the entrances into the Boboli garden. The garden's closing, they're kicking the people out, huge, beautiful gates, and even in there, a big garden. Now let's try to do a shot with and without the ultra wide lens as these people are coming in and out of the Boboli gardens. This is with the ultra wide lens, so you're getting a lot of this gate to the Boboli gardens. They're telling him no, it's closed, so they're gonna kick him out already. The people aren't happy. And you're getting over here a big part of this building here. Now I'm gonna take off the ultra wide lens and we're gonna see what it looks like. Wow, this makes a huge difference. This is the same shot without the ultra wide lens, and it's supposed to be around 22mm, but you're seeing the gate's completely closed off over there. You don't see as much as the building anymore. You still see people lined up here. My light is fading quickly, so we need to wrap up this test vlog. I didn't bring any protective bag for this. I need to be careful putting this. I'm gonna put it in my pocket. I'm gonna walk around and vlog. So now, without the ultra wide lens, you need to be much more careful about framing up your shot. The Canon G7X still does have a pretty wide lens and does very well on its image stabilization. It's a great first vlogging. There he is. Hi, kids. I love Florence. It's a great city to come and visit. Few of you out on YouTube have written me and said you have plans to come and visit Italy and even Florence soon, so that's great. Keep getting out there and traveling. But you know, lately I've been vlogging on the Canon M6 Mark II, and it's a lot heavier. I'm back here on the G7X Mark III, and it's lighter. You can really move around a lot quicker. It's a pocket-sized camera, and that's one of the benefits. And plus, with a small camera like this, you can really get in and vlog in certain situations, and people don't even know you're vlogging. You're like a ninja vlogger. You're in there shooting. If you're inside of a restaurant, this is a small camera, so you can pull it out and easily get your shot without everybody looking and taking note. Look at this. This is one of those small streets that connects other streets here in Florence. There's some bikes over there all parked up. It's been a rainy day. I'm gonna switch back to the ultra wide lens right now. And we're back on the ultra wide. Look at that. It really opens everything up here. You can see this little, they call it a piazzetta, a small square, piazzetta. And you see the bikes over there, and you see the top of that church. So this really opens it up. Does that look too kind of GoPro footage for you? I think if you get a tight shot like this, it doesn't look too bad, but it really opens up the possibilities. You throw this on your Sony ZV-1 or your Canon G7X, and you get a lot of options. Now I just did a couple macro shots of the tires of these bikes, and you can get very close, 2 centimeters, 1 centimeter close to your object, And that can be pretty cool if you want to go out there, shoot some insects or some flowers and just get some nice tight macro shots. Also, I took off the lens and I took a photo of the building. I took the photo of the bikes and I put the lens back on. I took the photo of the building and the photo of the bikes. So I'll show you that there as I'm talking. Here it is right there. That's Porta Romana. It's called Porta Romana because that way goes south, and if you head south down that way, you head towards Rome. Porta Romana. Oh, this thing is wide. Okay, now let's get into the details and my final thoughts, what I think about this. That camera is pretty cool with this setup. I would think that the negatives, if there are any negatives, the negatives I would think of is that it adds extra weight to what is supposed to be a pocket camera that you're able to have with you on the go. Let's find out the weight. Okay, the G7X now becomes 415 grams with this entire setup. So the weight adds another factor. So when you're out there vlogging, you're gonna feel that weight in your hands, but I've been used to the M6 Mark II and that Sigma 16mm lens, so this thing, it feels light in comparison, but it turns what's supposed to be a pocket camera that you can easily slip into your pocket, becomes a bit bigger, and maybe you're less likely to take it out and you're gonna miss the shot because you left it at home due to the weight factor. Now remember, you can always take this off easily and that makes it a smaller form factor, but you still get that ring on there. Just line up the red dots and lock the Gizmon back in. This thing is high quality. I like the build. The only other negative I can think about this is that it has a lot of moving parts. You got the macro lens, you got the ultra wide lens, you got this lens hood which you can or cannot use. You may just ditch it at home and get rid of it. And then if you're gonna put the lens cap on there too, so you're fiddling around with a lot of extra parts when you're out and about. But let's talk about the positives on this camera, because there are a lot of positives, because now you have an ultra wide lens, and a lot of G7X users, a lot of small pocket camera users wanted that because a lot of you use it for vlogging, and now it becomes something that's super easy to frame yourself in. You saw that when I was out vlogging. I like the looks of the results when I saw them on my little monitor here. I'm gonna be excited to get it onto my computer and look at the results in Premiere Pro. So you get an ultra wide lens. It's quality, made in Japan. I like it. Gizmon did a great job putting this out, and they're supposed to be releasing some other adapters and filters to go with that too. Remember, you can get ND filters and screw them on there. If you get a 62mm ND filter, it fits well on there. And the other positives, well, we talked about at the beginning of the video, you have now something more to grab here. You have 2 points. You got a point there, you got a point there, so you have better stabilization, and you get a beefier looking camera that in theory is gonna allow you to do more shots. It's gonna allow you to do the ultra wide shot. You unscrew the lens, you can get the normal shot that you're used to with your pocket camera, or you could put on the macro lens and get really tight shots. Now let's talk about the price of the UX tube and the lens itself, and then I'll let you know on how you can win this for free. So currently the prices, well, currently it's only available in the UK and Japan, but they tell me as this thing becomes more popular, they're gonna roll it out in the United States. The price for the tube itself is £43. The price for the lens is £80. So you're looking at around £120, and the price in dollars would be about around $150 US. But you wanna know, how can you win this for free? I'm gonna give this one away. I'm not gonna keep it around my house. I wanna let one of you, my subscribers, take it for free. If you're a Canon G7X user, let me know down in the comments why you think that this could help you with your vlogs or with your photography. So all you have to do is leave a comment down below and be a subscriber. So if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe and leave a comment down below describing how this could help you in your videos or your photos. And I'm gonna randomly pick one of you, my subscribers, and I'm gonna send this out to you for free. But that's the Gizmon adapter and lens package, and it's a pretty cool accessory.